Nah, whoever the boyfriend is, oh man, you gotta see this video.
How y'all doing? I saw you. Wait. Can I talk to her?
I have a boyfriend, but I mean...
I can let her tell me. Well, I thought she was very beautiful, and I would have been mad if I didn't come up and say something.
Yeah, I have a boyfriend.
Okay, y'all have a good one.
A few moments later.
What's up?
Are you recording?
No. Why?
Oh, nothing.
Why?
Nothing. They wanted me to get your number. Like, because I was like, oh, I should have.
Yeah. So it's not that serious, or what?
I don't know. It is different. I've never had like a light-skinned guy come up to me.
Really?
And you're older. How old are you?
25. How old are you?
22.
I got you. Be safe, okay?
I see why men be saying it's not yours, it's just your term, because that is some trifling, man. And it's funny because if the boyfriend's supposed to see this video and say he catches her, guess what she's going to do? She's going to blame it on her friends and be like, nah, my friends told me to say that. Look, it's in the video. So your friends tell you to jump off a bridge, you're going to jump off a bridge? And now I hope the ladies really understand when they see this video. They probably won't because they really don't give a... This is why men don't want you going out with your single friends. And even if your friends are not single and they're in a relationship which is toxic and they hate their boyfriend, they do conniving, devious like this. And you want to get married. Pack it up.
When did you stop drinking after your kids?
Oh. Nope.
You used to let me drink after your stuff all the time.
That's when you was pure.
I'm still pure.
No, you ain't. You go to HBCU
What do that have to do with anything?
and do everything.
No, I don't.
Got to do with everything.
Y'all are ridiculous, Daddy. I need something.
You better not touch my straw. I know that. You put your mouth on my straw, I'm telling you, going to the store and you buying me another drink.
I got all this food for free.
I don't care. Don't touch my drink, baby. Don't ever put your mouth on my drink no more. Them days is over with.
Yo, entitlement be having these average looking women talking crazy.
So I paid for Hinge X and I literally ran out of people on day one. I paid for whatever the most expensive Hinge membership is. I did 1 week and I'm pretty sure it's Hinge X, but whatever the $25 a week one is, I paid for 1 week. I ran out of people in 1 day. I have only had the membership for 1 day and it's already saying, oops, we're out of people. Change your parameters. You know what my parameters are? My parameters are 6'2" and above, anywhere between age 29 and 34. And then I bumped it up to 35, ran out of people again. How is there no one between the ages of 29 and 35,
Jesus.
6'2" and above in LA? This is one of the biggest cities ever. I don't know if I'm just not attracted to the people that they're showing me. Like, they weren't cute. I'm going to be so honest, but I tried to give a few people a chance. I think I sent maybe 2 or 3 likes out of everyone and I've already ran out of people. It's day one. I keep going back to the app. There's no more people. How?
Yo, the entitlement with this woman is insane. She needs Invisalign more than she needs a dude above 6'2". Like, I don't think she understands, like, 6'2" and above, it's like 4%. It's not that much of the population, especially your age ranges between 29 and like 35. And then she says, these guys are not even cute. Yo, shorty, you are average at best. The entitlement and free attention just overinflate this ego. This is like a drive-through McDonald's worker applying for a CEO job of a company and wondering why the math is not adding up. The expectations with this one are insane, so your options shrink, but the expectations don't. Like, she has to understand, even Hinge is telling her, yo, you need to change your parameters. Like, yeah, because you are overinflating what the hell you looking for. I don't know how tall she is, but I doubt she needs a dude over 6'2". And then she's thinking she looks crazy good. It's because dudes be giving chicks like this, average women, free attention, and they're like, yeah, and she got that syndrome right now. Not for nothing with the grill that she got, she's only getting back shots because I don't even want to look at you.
I mean, no disrespect, but how do you think that you look? What do you think that you look like? These modern women, and he said the exact right words. Entitled. I like the breakdown, brother. I think it's Sensei J on, I think it's Instagram or something like that. Go check his channel out, man. But the entitlement is crazy. And this is what these modern women, it don't matter whether you black, don't matter whether you white, Hispanic, Asian, Indian, don't matter, African, European, British. It don't matter. These modern women all over they in Australia talking stupid. They're over in the UK talking stupid. It don't matter where they are. They're getting a whiff of something. Maybe it's in the air, maybe it's in the food, maybe it's in the water. I'm not 100% sure, but whatever it is, they're getting a whiff of it and going and talking stupid. Absolutely mind-blowingly stupid. Oh, I gave him a chance. You didn't give nobody a chance. You ain't talking, girl. Anyway, y'all know y'all need to quit. Y'all know y'all need to quit. With makeup on, looking like you look. You put makeup on and still looking like that. Y'all know y'all need to quit. Come on now. Let's all be humble.
See, women will say some dumb like this, then wonder why no guy wants to commit to them. Like, oh, you think a guy's gonna tell you that you're his girl while you're talking to 10 other dudes? Yeah, for sure. For sure. My guy's taking a look at the whole facts and he's like, how does this one have 10 current owners? I think I'm gonna pass. Single women keeping other women single. They're gonna write about this in the history books. It's a tale as old as time itself.
Just because you regret it don't mean it's not non-consensual.
This is insane. Like, this man is giving me the most attention that he's ever given me in our whole entire relationship. I decided to meet a guy and I said, look, I've never done this in my life. I've never cheated. I've never like laid eyes on another man when I'm with another man, but this is what my boyfriend has always wanted. And I think that he, could we do sex?
Man, you could believe that if you want to, but trust me, if a woman don't like something, she's not doing it. It's not because of the boyfriend, it's because she wants the other guy herself.
I was so unbelievably drunk and I was also on my period. And he was like, yeah, that's fine. And I was like, really?
Of course, they're going to blame it on the alcohol and then try to make an escape route saying, I'm on my period. And the guy's still going to say yes, knowing that you think that's nasty, but it turns you on low key.
He's like, yeah, sure. And so I ended up doing the sex with this guy. And I remember obviously going back home and I couldn't sleep in the same bed as him that night. And I was crying, like hysterically crying, like on my sofa because I just felt disgusting.
Now listen, remember, she says, I felt disgusting. Couldn't sleep in the same bed as her boyfriend. I felt disgusting. Listen.
Felt not very consensual. It didn't feel like this is something that I wanted to do. I did it for someone else, which does that now make this not consensual? Like,
you see how they try to flip the script to play, oh, I'm the victim, like I did it for somebody else? You knew what the he was doing. You're not going to get drunk or go to a dog or a cow. You knew what the he was doing.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
You're doing it for someone else, but you didn't want it.
I didn't want it. And so woke up the next day and he had obviously read the messages on his phone where I told him that I'd hooked up with someone. He came downstairs, kissing, hugging. I love you so much. You are amazing. Da, 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 da. And I was feeling really about myself. And he was like, look, I understand if you don't want to do it again, but if you do, like, I would really want you to get video footage of it. And I was like, the fuck? Like, this is insane. Like, this man is giving me the most attention that he's ever given me in our whole entire relationship.
First of all, the boyfriend is a cuck. He's a weirdo. Now that we got that out the way, she's a piece of, because she's trying to flip the script and saying, oh, it wasn't consensual. And anytime they use it as a feel bad for me, even though and I don't want to take responsibility. I swear, accountability is some women's kryptonite. Conclusion, men, no matter what you say to your girl, if she's not jacking it, she ain't doing it. I don't give a who you is. And women, I know you're not going to listen to this, but stop trying to make men look like the bad guy. If you don't like something and you regret a dude because you're irresponsible, don't say, oh, it wasn't consensual when it benefits you. Don't do that. A lot of men lose their freedom in life over the lies y'all be telling. Do better. And we have people living like this? Ah, man, we're cooked. We're cooked.
You did it. And once again, go follow Decoding Dating or Decode Dating on Instagram. I don't know if he has a TikTok, but decode_dating on Instagram. You feel disgusting because you were feeling a certain way at the time. You were feeling lustful. And so after that situation, you're like, man, why did I do that? That doesn't have anything to do with him. That has to do with you. You need to figure that out. You need to work that out. That's not non-consensual. That's definitely consensual. I decided to do it. I said, and you had some sort of awareness because you're recounting what happened. I told him I was on my period. I told whatever, I'm drunk, I'm on my period. You know, I really wasn't in the best of shape in terms of, you know, being ready. I would have rather myself be clean. I would have rather me not be on my period or on my cycle. But, you know, it is what it is. I was drunk. And, you know, I just felt like it in the moment. And then once you get out of the moment, dang, man, I wish I could have held on for a little bit longer. I didn't have to do that. That's what you're saying to yourself. But once again, it don't have nothing to do with him. That's something that you have decided to do. That's something that you wanted to do. You can't then come on, especially coming on here the next day, and you know your friend gonna say something stupid like, yeah, I definitely understand what you're saying. Yeah, man, these men are predators. No, they're not. You just decided that's what you wanted to do in the moment, and now you're disgusted with yourself about what you did in the moment. You guys got to start getting a grip.
Let me ask you a serious question for a second. If your baby mother doesn't want to be with you, why would I?
Now let me ask y'all a serious question. Just follow me. If your baby daddy don't want to take care of his kids, why would I? You see how some questions just don't need to be asked?
Yo, shout out to Caesar, man. Shout out to Caesar, man. Yo, I'm not the
The part that blows my mind is, where does the ego come from, right? Because if a man was wearing, you know, fake muscles, he might do it for confidence, but he knows for a fact that he's not strong, and the women that he's pulling, he wouldn't be able to pull if he didn't have the fake muscles. So that's a defeating prophecy. Why would I pretend to be somebody that I'm not to try to get attention from people who wouldn't give me attention? You're either going to like me who I am in my complete natural self, or you're not going to like me at all. Meanwhile, women will put on 10 pounds of makeup and wear flashy clothes to sexualize themselves, all to seek attention they wouldn't be able to get otherwise. And then once they get that attention, their egos are exorbitantly large for no reason, right? Like if one of these trailer park trash women, right, put on 10 pounds of makeup and pulled somebody that was 9 out of 10 by society standards, right, and got taken home, they're going to think they can pull that, not realizing the second the makeup comes off, that running away. And the worst part is, what does it do for you? Right? Like if I put on fake muscles and I pulled women that like men with muscles, right? But only until I got them home and they saw that I didn't have muscles. Why would I do that? That's like pretending that you're 9 inches and then you get home and you pull out 3. Like everybody's unhappy and unsatisfied. It's literally just a waste of time. Me personally, I want somebody who loves me in my completely natural self. I want somebody who loves me for who I am as an individual and what I look like. I'm not going to pretend that I'm a different type of way, and it does with my relationships a lot because I don't lie. I'm not going to put up with stupid BS just so I can get the kitty cat. I'm not going to pretend to be okay with something I'm not okay with just to make the girl happy, right? If she's not going to like who I am and what I have to say and where my mentality is, then she's not the woman for me. Why would I play pretend just to have a moment of partnership? Why would I play pretend just to feel like I'm wanted for a day? I know I'm wanted. I'm amazing. But I'll never pretend to be something I'm not or wear things to make myself seem like I'm somebody else just to get attention that I wouldn't have been able to get otherwise, right? One thing my boy told me when I was younger is he told me, you was never going to get no with drip like that. You need to get your drip up. And I made a point of it to pull the baddest possible while dressed like a bum, because you're not going to tell me that I got to wear certain clothes to attract people. They're going to be attracted to who I am, and they're going to be intoxicated.
That's how you do it. I love that. I think his name is Chili Wisdom on Instagram. That last part is crazy work. But I got the same question. What makes these modern women think, the audacity? Well, you know, they feeling confident. They put that makeup on. It's like, oh man, I think that I'm pretty anyway. This makeup just helps me to look even prettier. It brings out the confidence in me. You think of makeup as pregame, as a shot, as an opening shot. I get dressed up in my makeup. I'm already feeling confident. But then I take a shot to feel even more confident. Maybe I take another one to feel super confident. But then when we get to the club, we need a designated driver now. When we get to the club or we get to the bar, I might do another one. And then I'm going to go out. I'm going to be crazy. I might fall into a man's arms. We might kiss and make out. Ain't nothing serious. I'm just here for a good time. Not a long time. That's it. I'm not here to fall in love with nobody. I threw my makeup on. I'm here to kiss a hot guy. Maybe rub up on him. He rub up on me. Let's progress and see where the night goes. I'm not committing to going into the restroom and getting the sonic rings knocked out of me. Not just yet. But if he's a really hot guy, then the restroom might be the place. Might be the alleyway. If he's got a car, even better. You don't even have to ask. Hey girl, I'm going to be out in the parking lot. And record this if you want to. And put this online. And then in a few years, after I've started acting like this, or stopped acting like this, I want to settle down and have a family. That's what I want. No. Pass.
Paying for is cheaper than free. This recently went viral, and I agree. If you're a player, you know what's going on. You got to think about this situation, right? All right, $200 for your outfit. Let's just say you go a light day. $50 for gas if you're driving something that requires 93. The date's going to be $200 if she's going to want an appetizer. She's going to want a Don Julio margarita and probably order lamb chops or some kind of dessert. So that's $200. Then you got to think about the time, energy, and effort that you have to FaceTime her, text her good morning, beautiful, and all those things. By the time that you even get to the third date to possibly get some cat for a woman that claims that she doesn't on the first date, you spent well over $1,300. There's some women out here that need $100 right now that'll do some egregious things for you for $100. So yes, you are right. Free cat costs more. And I never knock a man for getting on how you get on. You got to think about it. You come in here, give her $200, get it in, get it out. Goddamn, you ain't got to call her, you ain't got to text her, you ain't got to hear problems. You ain't got to worry about her car breaking down and she don't need no tire. You don't got to worry about none of that. And in a free cat, you still might get goddamn 18 years of child support because somebody had a baby. You done paid this hoe for some cat. She ain't about to have that child. She going to the clinic. So yeah, part of me want to start tricking. For the same pre-owned, used, one you pay on the front end, one you pay on the back end. It's just like a business deal. You always get paid more on the back end. So if you want a discount, pay on the front end. Yeah, he snapped with that one. Think somebody just walk up to you like, hey, what's your number? It's not your phone number. That ugly.
Oh my God, what the fuck?
People are afraid of men gathering because traditionally bad things have happened in that. Right. Once there's a tiki torch, I want there to be some women there, right? There's a reason why people have been fearful of this. When the whole world was a men's group, you didn't need to have men's clubs. But I think in this moment, this is a really powerful, organic, grassroots way for men to change. About a year ago, my friend David Clavins came to my husband and said, I'm going to form this men's group. Each month, they talk about what's going on for them. They hold each other accountable. So month 3, they might say, hey, David, you've been talking about that for the last 3 months. Are you going to actually do anything about it? And I love that these men have a masculine space to actually go through what's going on for them. Because maybe they have wives and girlfriends they can go to. Maybe they don't. But I think it's a different type of advice that you get from a council of trusted peers. And I really do think that men's groups could change a lot of these issues.
Where were you when I didn't have no one? No one was calling me. I was in the gutter. Did you call me? No. You didn't call me. You didn't reach out. You didn't do nothing. And now you're here and you see me that I'm up now and you want to hop on the train, act like brand new, like we didn't used to like not with each other. Like that's what you want to do now? You want to switch up.
For what?
What you mean? Oh, now you want to act like you don't know me. But on IG when you see me that I'm up, you trying to be texting like, oh, like, nah, like, remember how we used to be? Like, nah, it's not going to be like that no more. Because when I had nothing, you weren't there for me type. You know what I mean? Yeah, so I just can't forget you.
No, yeah, for sure. Yeah, I was with my grandma. Yeah.
Oh, your grandma?
Yeah, she was sick.
My bad, bro.
Oh, yeah, it's good.
I didn't know you were like that.
No, yeah, for sure.
What you looking for?
Just looking for my boyfriend. Just looking for my boyfriend. Just looking for my boyfriend.
Oh, never mind.
You've been waiting on your whole life. Show me.
I have this fantasy about being in the gym and then mid-workout walking to the boys' locker room and having a train ran on me and then just walking out with nut dripping all over.
Why did you show me that?
I showed you that clip because I needed to show you the disgusting ninja world that you are trying to protect. Didn't you get that information sent to you by that Nigga Black Spider Guy advice?
You mean the information about you trying to destroy all of our adult content? Yeah, I'm never gonna let that happen. Why do you want to get rid of the...
Look into my weird eyes and repeat after me. I'm going to stop beating my meat and being a goddamn goon. All you goddamn goons need to be put the hell down. If only that Negro Black Spider Guy could have helped you before you became infected.
I'm not sure if I want to know.
Okay.
Of all the people you've slept with, where do I rank?
So I went through a hoe phase. A handful of like one night stands. So you're above those.
Yo, Shorty said that shit with a straight fucking face. Like, yeah, I had a whole face. Like, and what? But I'll tell you this: if you really like Shorty, you want to cuff her, don't ask nothing. You just don't listen to anything she say. Just watch what she do. She'll try to sell you purity, try to act like she's all good, and she slip up and say some goofy like this, bro. Damn, bro looked generally hurt. Like, he looked like, damn, I wish I never heard that. Bro. Like, a friend. When you watch it again, it's even funnier. But all jokes aside, man, really, don't ask no question like that, bro. Don't do it to yourself. Don't. I mean, I don't have that problem because I don't really be giving them. I can ask any time, where do I rank? Because guess what? I don't give them. You know why? I'm just going to say I still hit.
I mean, there's nothing to do after that but leave, man. Leave. I mean, what are you going to do? Well, what else do you need to do? Just leave. I went through a phase and you're better than all of them. So basically, I went through a phase where I wasn't paying attention. I was irresponsible. You're better than all of them. I was just picking up any type of guy. It didn't matter. I have no connection to these guys. I don't care nothing about these guys. I'm just picking them up. You're better than all of those guys. But when I locked in and I actually gave all of myself to a person, you don't even come close. Honestly, man, if you ain't spent nothing but $100, $200 on her at that point in time, let it be that. Let it be that. You're getting off easy. If you ain't spent nothing, I'll say, man, if you didn't spend $400 or $500 on her at that point in time, let it be. If you didn't spend $10,000 on her, let it be. Let it be. If you spending that much on her, you can make it back. You can make it back. Make that money. Put yourself in therapy. Get all that wiped clean. Be able to handle that. You might still be upset. You probably still gonna be upset. But wipe all that clean. Hey man, that's just a game. That's the way it went. I'm a little bit smarter now. I won't do that again. And keep on getting that money. As silly as these modern women are, she gonna be back. She gonna be back. Because she gonna go through that phase again. She gonna be broken again. And then she gonna come up to you talking about, you know, when I said that stuff about, you know, you've been just better than the people in my phase. Well, I'm sorry. I didn't mean that. You know, I don't know what I meant, but I had never had a chance to process love like that and process concern like that. And I was unhealthy. I was unhealed. I was unwell. But I went through therapy. And so I wanted to know if there's still a chance. Stop it. Stop talking. Quit it, Timmy. So what I was saying is I want to know if there's a chance. Hey, little Joshua, stop it. So what I was saying is I want to know if there's a chance. Quentin, stop. No. So what I was saying was I want to know if there's a chance. James, stop that. Mama gonna come back there and give all 4 or 5 of y'all a spanking. She gonna have some kids in tow this time. She gonna have some kids in tow this time. All different baby daddies. And she gonna want you to understand the situation. Have some respect for her and what she's gone through, and understand that she done been through some trials and she's better for it now. She's gone through therapy, and you should be able to forgive her for all of that, and you can see her value now. Don't fall for it. Please.
I say whatever the fuck I want. Who gonna pop me? Nobody.
There ain't nobody at home to pop. You single. You can say what you want and go home by yourself.
Oh, yeah.
There can be this standard, like, you should be feminine, and you should be this, and you should be, okay. And what mother and auntie taught you that? Okay. So that masculinity that you just supposed to immediately walk in, your dad was where? And you saw him bring roses to your mom when? And you saw him open the doors, and you saw him love him, and you saw all that. You saw your father praying, and you saw your father praying over his daughters and over the household, and you saw him happy and with joy. Okay, so let's have a real conversation, Black community. We didn't see it. So now it's time to not pretend like we should automatically have that. So it's one thing to put a standard. Yes, there should be a standard. Yes, we should be working on ourselves, but let's also give room for the reality of it. We are living a human experience for the first time. Yes, we're going to mess up. Yes, we're not going to show up perfect. We can do all the things and still mess up, because at the end of the day, you won't know how well you are in a relationship until you get in one. And then you explode. So like even the single season, Paul talks about how he talks about the mercy that he has for married people. Like, it's easier being single, because when you get married, that mirror that is consistently placed in front of you is what most people try to ignore. That is why, as soon as, like you were talking about, is it disrespectful, or is it just confronting your demons? Is it disrespectful, or is it just actually showing who you are? That's why it's so hard. That's why it's so difficult. When it gets messy, you run. No. When it gets messy, you lean in. When it gets messy and you start hearing, when I was hearing, I don't respect my husband. When I was hearing, you don't submit to me. When I was hearing, instead of getting mad and just making it up in my mind and saying, yes, I do. Yes, that's who I am. Okay. Tell me how. What does that look like? What does it look like? What are you talking about? Explain to me. Because listen, y'all, we live with ourselves. And you were talking about it earlier. We can be doing things and have phenomenal intentions. I remember my husband, I would be complaining about something, and he would always say, you know my heart, babe. You know my heart, babe. You know my heart. And I do. My husband is the most purest, wisest, gentlest man I know. Human, I know. But it got to a point where I said, baby, I do. But it also says to judge you by your fruit. So your heart and your intention can be one thing. But if you are consistently showing patterns, okay, let's look at that. So we can have people that are messy, but their heart is pure. We can have people that are making mistakes, but their intentions are pure. They want to love you. They really do. But they don't know how. They don't even know what that looks like. They don't even know how to be affectionate. They don't even know how to receive love. They don't even know how to receive a compliment. They don't even know how to be affirmed.
And I working with teenagers, especially teenage boys, now I'm kind of understanding how sad it is for some of the men, because I never thought about it.
Clip that. It's hard out here. Clip
like,
it's hard.
Some of the girls, proud of them, they're ruthless, but
proud of them.
Yeah. Some of the little boys, like, they have a huge heart, and I've had my students come in crying, like breaking down, telling me like, why doesn't she love me like I love her? And that situation, I'm like, it's okay, like, you're gonna be okay, you're a good kid, like, we gotta focus on you. So it's a lot of that.
They turn into demons after that.
Yeah.
Your middle school and your high school breakup, that molds you for the rest of your life.
120? What do you do anything?
Blowing sex.
Nah, but I need somebody to wash my truck. You think you can do it for 120?
To wash your truck?
Yeah, in and out.
I'm not washing nothing.
A message all woman needs to hear. Watch this video.
If you say I want a man that make $100,000, you eliminated 85% of all men. 85%, that leaves you 15%. Half of that 15% is married. 7.5%, half of them gay.
Yo.
Their alternative lifestyle. Take that down to 3.5%, 4% that you gotta choose from. Then you want him over 6 feet, 2%. He can't be obese, 1%. You don't like Sagittarius, Leos, or Cancers. Well, now you at 0.5% of a man that you gotta look for. You gotta find him, and then he gotta like you back. That type of man that makes that type of money has requirements for a woman too that now you have to meet. This is why so many women are struggling that make money when they step out here into the...
Shout out to the woman that actually watched this video and listened. Let me know what you think.
Whoever is taking advice from this woman is clearly single.
Hard on men because most of these women out here are easy on them and easy for them. Somebody has to be the villain, and I have absolutely no problem being that. Somebody needs to tell these men, no, you can't have. Somebody needs to tell these men, yes, you do need to have money. Somebody needs to tell these men to get the out of their soft girl era and get in the field and put in some work. No one's coming to save you. You are a man. Your gender role is to get up and get it. It's to protect and provide. And if you can't do that, then you are not considered a man. Somebody needs to remind these men that the only person that is going to love them unconditionally is their mother. Other than that, there's absolutely terms and conditions around here. And to all the pick-me's, this is a not so gentle reminder, but if you are okay with settling for breadcrumbs, you will always be starving. Always. Okay? Work on yourself so you don't feel like you need a man to complete you. Because most of these men are not adding to your lives. They're just taking from you and you're allowing it. Okay? Okay. Love you guys. Bye.
It's stupid ass advice like this that keeps a lot of women single because they think, yeah, girl, T, she talking, all this. She's literally not saying nothing other than how to keep your ass single, not married, and not chosen. Talking about withhold sex. I bet withhold sex. That would mean I already got it. So bet. Then don't have sex with me and I'll go have sex with someone else. Like weaponizing sex is probably one of the worst moves you could possibly do. Another thing is the only person that's going to love you unconditionally is your moms. Like my mom's for real? She's basically saying, as a man, you gotta provide something for me to even like you. Which I'm not arguing with, because it is true. But for the fact that women come out of their mouth and say like that, yeah, I don't want an insufferables like that. There's just no way. And being that, oh, you know what, women gotta say it, so I'm gonna be the one that gotta say it. Like, who the hell are you? You could tell this woman is single as hell by a lot. And women like this, they're just backshot princesses. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you talking? Turn around. You running your mouth? I don't want to hear that. Turn around. That's it. Oh, you acting up again? Turn around. That's it. These are chicks that are just a good time, not a long time. These are not long-term solutions for relationships or marriage. These are just, you know, placeholders until you get a real one. That's how you treat this chick right here. 100%. You could tell this chick is not soft. She talks about guys in their soft girl era. This is not soft girl era, period. You could tell she's not nurturing. She keeps talking about everything a guy gotta do from a woman. Like, who are you? Like, I don't even hear nothing from her about this is how I am. This is what I would do. This is how I attract dudes. No, she just talks about bashing dudes. That's why chicks, they can't listen to this because then they're gonna fall into this trap and then be stuck in this loop and then they wonder why. And then she talks about the pick-me's, right? Those pick-me's that fold a man's laundry, do the dishes, cook, and love on their man, they get married. Like, they get married. The ones that talk like this, they just don't. These chicks end up being 35, 40, 45 years old and wonder, what happened? What did I do? Why am I alone? No kids, no this. This is what happened to you, bozo. Now turn around.
What I find interesting about this video is there was a man, it was an older gentleman, talked about marriage. And he was like, man, these guys aren't guys anymore. These guys aren't guys anymore. They put their mom as number one over their wife, over their daughter. And how could you ever? I mean, where are all the men at? Why are they? And he was talking pretty confidently about it. Bald-headed guy, white guy, looked like a pretty big guy. I've been married this long and this and that. I'm telling your wife needs me first, yada, yada, yada. I hear you, partner. I do. But I also hear this young lady right here talking about the only person that's going to love you unconditionally is your mom. And now you see why those men put their mother in front of their wives. Because you have women out here talking about, I'm not going to love you unconditionally. We know. We know. We know. We knew you was going to do that. We know for some of you single moms out there, you're going to place your kid above me. You're going to place yourself above that kid. So with the order, it's going to be me last. It don't really matter which way it go. You, then the kid, then me. The kid, then you, then me. You throw a dog and a cat in the mix, they each get their own spot. You, the kid, dog, cat, me. If you got an iguana, a gerbil, a snake, you, the cat, the kid, dog, cat, gerbil, snake, then me. In any and every situation, I come last. How could these men ever? What were these men thinking? I can't believe these men said. The only person is what she said that's going to love you unconditionally is your mama. If you don't provide for me, I ain't got nothing to say to you, sir. If you're not giving me money and paying for this and that and allowing me to be foolish, you don't mean nothing to me. That's what she just told us. And you wonder why the order is what it is. Well, I think I could put you above my mom if you was actually on my side. If you didn't jump at the chance to, as one woman said, if I get a hall pass, I'm going to mess up with Drake. I'm using it on Drake. I like his music. Okay, you like his music, fine. But I think he's really good looking. And I will use my hall pass on that. He already knows what it is. Leave right then and there. For women talking like this, and you still have a question as to why men are putting their mothers over modern women like this? Oh, okay. That's what I'm saying, man. It's always a man's fault. It's always preposterous that a man would think a certain way, that a man would react a certain way, until you hear the modern women on the other side talking absolutely stupid. We absolutely do not call modern women losers enough.
Is your man a provider if he can't pay for manicures and nice dinners and weekend getaways? If that is your definition of a provider, then your relationship is in deep trouble. There are women out here demanding a lifestyle that their own fathers never even provided. If there is food in your fridge, a roof over your head, and consistent income covering the bills, you have a provider. Anything beyond that is a bonus. Just because he can't fly your family to Dubai doesn't make him any less of a man. God's plan for marriage is a stable home, not an Instagram competition. He looks at character, not credit limit. So a woman who makes her man feel bad for not having a nicer car or a bigger house or a budget for lash extensions is just a straight up burden on his shoulders that he'll eventually need to dump. But a virtuous woman who is thankful for what she has and wise with her words and supportive at home, that's a treasure that a man will cherish and keep forever. If you want to become that virtuous woman that lifts her home up instead of brings it down, I created a free class that explains exactly how to get there. Comment class and I'll send you the link.
Hey Dad, you keep losing in family court. I bet I know why. You're not giving the judge enough information. Does your declaration to the judge look like this? If not, you're probably not giving them what they need to give you what you want. If you want to learn how to do this, come get my book at DazLawSchool.com. The link is in the bio.
This is why you have to dog women out when you first start talking to them. When you give a woman everything, she'll leave you with nothing. My brother, welcome back to the streets. And it's a ruthless, ruthless environment. I'm gonna tell you that right now. These women, you don't bring flowers on a first date. It's a waste of time. When you're a true gentleman to a woman, she's gonna sabotage it. You're literally too good for her. So although you might be frustrated, she did you a huge favor. She knew that she was gonna waste your time. And that's just the reality of a lot of high value men in this dating market. These women aren't worth your time, your resources, or your loving gestures. So stop even trying to give it to them. Everything you see online when women say, oh, I want to be treated right, this is what happens when you treat them right. This is what happens. So many good men literally turn evil because of situations like this. And girls wonder, oh, why don't men respect women? Oh, why do guys act like dogs? Because the moment you do the right thing by a woman, I'm telling you, you're going to sit there and regret it. You're going to wish you was the worst version of yourself. This literally brings out the worst version of so many men. But you just have to realize and learn these women are not worth the effort. They're not like our mothers and grandmothers All these loving things that we grew up seeing in TV and movies, it doesn't work with these type of women. They're toxic, brother. They say they want all these loving things and they go back and they do this. And then yet the same type of woman will still post on her social media story, oh, I want a man to treat me like this, treat me like that. The moment you treat them well, it ends poorly. Every single time. So my brother, just get back out here, do your thing. Don't worry about these women, bro. I'm telling you, put them through the ringer, every single one. Let this be a learning moment moving forward. She needs to earn those gestures. We don't need to give them anything up front. It's trust fund baddies only, pour no more.
Car was running and she had access to drive away.
I have a feeling y'all gonna push my buttons. That means, okay? That doesn't play a factor into anything. This moron stole a police vehicle and 2 human beings. What my policies are, what the procedures are, mean nothing. We did nothing wrong. My deputy did nothing wrong. Listen, you did it. You pushed me. Our society today wants to blame everything else for where the blame should be. Not a policy, not a deputy. The blame goes to this individual. You want to know why? This is her criminal history. This is it. Criminal history.
And that's really the way you got to talk to them. Too many times, these modern women, people in general, with criminal behavior, be out of line. Do you think that they should have done this, and this? Criminal behavior. I think we need to get back to, honestly and truly, situational awareness. Common sense. Common sense. I just read a story today. Young woman and her, I think it was her husband, in Memphis, Tennessee. Man got shot and she was like, oh, he wasn't doing anything but trying to protect me. Memphis, Tennessee, statistically speaking, outside of the tourist areas, is one of the high. Let me just put it like this: got very high crime in Memphis, Tennessee. Outside of the tourist areas and a few areas, the crime rate or the crime statistics are very high. In general, there's a lot of places in Memphis that are not safe. And so what happened was they were driving or something like that, driving to a certain location, whatever it was. I guess they were going back home. They saw lights flashing behind them. So because, and this is her saying this in the story, because we had a busted tail light and expired tags, my man told me to pull in a random driveway and wait until the lights passed or they went away or whatever and whatnot. So basically, let's pull into somebody's driveway. Somebody random. Let's pull into their driveway in Memphis. The man comes out armed and he says, get out of my driveway. See, I knew reading the story just off the bat, there's got to be something going on to where that man just popped up on the driveway and said, move. If you'd have been there for 2 or 3 seconds, like if you would have pulled in, backed out, and then drove away, he wouldn't have even had time to notice that you were out there. But y'all were sitting there for a little while. And if you were sitting in there for about 5 to 10 minutes, then I could see why he walked out armed. They say, what are you doing in my driveway? Y'all need to move. I don't know you. That man might have been robbed before. You never know what people got going on in their lives. And you decided to sit there. Matter of fact, that the man said, get out of my driveway. Instead of just pulling out of the driveway and leaving, her husband gets out of the car and in her words said, to protect me. Protect you from what? Just drive away. Back out of the man's driveway and drive away. Leave. But no common sense. No discernment. No just thinking about why would we give these people leeway? They're criminals. The man had to lose his cool and say, wait a minute. There was nothing done wrong here. Here is the woman's rap sheet. She's not some criminal that just showed up on the radar yesterday. She has been a criminal. What are we talking about here? What are we doing here? She's just criminal. She's out here committing crimes. She's out here ruining other people's lives. Oh, okay, you give her a break. She's ruining people's lives. She needs to be in jail. She needs to be in jail. Common sense isn't common anymore.